My daughter, F23, wants me, F54, to sell my entire estate and use it to travel the world. I'm a 54-year-old widower. I created this account during holidays last year and never got to post New York story, but it's been a year already, and I still have the same problem. My husband passed away 8 years ago. The ranch is what kept me going after he died. We built it together from almost nothing. It took decades of early mornings, busted equipment, droughts, bad years, and choosing work over comfort. That land is the only thing that still feels like home because every corner of it has him in it. I have one daughter, F23. She's married now. For a while after my husband died, we were close. I helped them when they were starting out. I never charged rent when they stayed over. I watched their dogs when they traveled. I tried to be the kind of mother who supports without controlling. About a year ago, they sat me down for what they called a serious talk. I thought something was wrong. Instead, they asked me to sell the ranch. Not part of it. Not lease it. Sell everything. Their reasoning was that I don't have other kids, no close family left, and that they don't plan on having children. According to them, the money would be better used now so they could travel the world and never have to work again in their lifetime. They said I could downsize, live simply, and still be comfortable. They framed it like they were helping me make a smart decision. What hurt wasn't just the request. It was how casually they dismissed what the ranch means to me. They talked about it like it was just an asset sitting there waiting to be liquidated. When I said no, that this place is my life's work and the last thing I have that connects me to my husband, the tone changed. They said I was being selfish, that I was choosing land over my own daughter, that eventually it would be hers anyway, so why not let it benefit them now? My son-in-law chimed in and said people my age shouldn't be tied down by property. After that conversation, things were never the same. Calls became short. Visits stopped. I read a final text message from her saying that if I don't support her dreams, then she will cut contact. Holidays were suddenly complicated. When I tried to talk it through with my son-in-law, he said I had already made my choice. It's been a year since I've seen them in person. I sit on the porch some nights and wonder how it came to this. I never thought refusing to sell the thing I worked my whole life for would cost me my relationship with my child. I miss my daughter. I miss who I thought we were. But every time I imagine signing those papers and watching strangers take over the land my husband and I bled for, I feel like I'd be erasing the last chapter of my life just so someone else can live without responsibility. I don't know if standing my ground makes me stubborn or if giving in would break me. All I know is I never expected to be this alone again after already losing my husband. The only people that I have left are the people who work for the ranch. They visit me every day and ask me to join them on Christmas, and I was invited again for the New Year's Eve next week. I don't think that this agony will end and my heart is in pain. My friend told me that a child may endure being without a parent, but a parent cannot endure being without their child, and I agree with that. How do I go on? If I were you, I'd update my will and leave the ranch to those who love you and have shown it. You can leave your daughter a small amount of money. I'm sorry you're going through this, and I'm so sorry on the loss of your husband. ETA, create a new will with the assistance of an estate attorney. At first, I read this as they asked you to sell the ranch so that you could travel the world. Also, do you mean the last thing that connects you to your husband? Well, now you know they don't care about you, but your assets that they feel entitled to dictate to you how to use them. It's your stuff. You don't have to live simply while they enjoy the fruits of your savings. Spend it on yourself and leave them nothing if they'll cut you off by not giving it to them now anyway. I think this goes without saying, but don't leave them anything in the will. Tell them that you're not going to do that, and if they keep bringing it up, you'll cut them out of your will. Greedy assholes. You don't deserve to be treated like this. Consult a lawyer who is experienced in estate planning. You want to make sure there is no way they can sell the property from under you, either by pretending to be you or some other fraudulent means. Partner M30 asked me 30 female, what do you even bring to the table? Hi guys, can't believe I'm typing this out, but we have been together for 4 years. Planning a future. I believe he is my person, but he asked me what I bring to the table. I'm dumbfounded because if after 4 years, you cannot see what I bring to the table. I didn't answer and he got mad saying that this shows him the answer. He has more money, but I have never asked for anything. If he gets me anything it's because he wants to, or so I thought, but now I feel there's a resentment there. I also work and provide for myself. He doesn't support me financially. Just gifts, etc. I know I am not perfect, but I have asked him before, what can I do better for you / us? But he never has an answer. I feel like with this question, he doesn't really like me that much. It threw me off guard, and I am sad, and now I don't know what to do. I wonder what he's been watching on YouTube. I'd say if you can't answer that, you can just be single. I would want him to clarify this and ask, what is it you want me to bring to the table? The answer will tell you everything you need to know about how he views relationships. Show him what you bring to the table by leaving the table. He'll miss it after a while, and by then you won't want a seat at his. Walk away. That's red-pilled talk. He's wasting your time, using you for 4 years, and then ask what do you have to offer. That's so rude. Walk the fuck away, and find you a real man who cares about you. They exist. What do you even is killer? That even reeks of resentment. And it really sounds like he doesn't know why he's with you at all, or recognize your value. I, 26M, lost my temper in front of my girlfriend, 26F. I am ashamed of myself. I am embarrassed. I feel like so much less of a man. My girlfriend is my rock, my best friend, and ever since she has come into my life has done nothing but got better. On Christmas Eve, I was cooking dinner. I planned this day for weeks as I wanted it to be so special. All of a sudden I walked into my bedroom, where my washer and dryer is, and my bedroom had flooded from the washer. We both jumped up and started cleaning up the water. I keep a lot of things under my bed, including some guitars. Everything was soaked. I ran outside to grab a mop and threw my shoes down at the ground, hard I will admit, to put them on and shouted, "Tonight out of all nights." When we were done cleaning, I went to put the mop in the bucket and missed the bucket. I threw the mop at the floor out of frustration. My girlfriend told me I scared her after things settled, especially throwing the mop. Hearing those words broke my heart. Her feeling safe is the utmost important thing to me. I have not had an outburst like this since I was a kid and would throw my toys. I have never had a temper as an adult. We talked, she still spent the night, and I'm spending the night at hers tonight, but I can't get her voice saying I scared her out of my head. I'm not sure why I'm posting this here. I'm curious for others' advice, I suppose. Men, woman, doesn't matter. How would you come back from this? Everything seems normal in our relationship after this, but I keep feeling like I need to continuously apologize. Would you give me a second chance? Anyone can lose it in a stressful moment. What matters isn't the outburst itself, but that you didn't brush it off and really listen to her. You own that it went too far, and that says a lot. You don't need to keep apologizing now. Just be calm, attentive, and normal around her. When someone feels steady behavior, the fear fades on its own. Honestly, it sounds like she was surprised by your reaction, since that's not how you normally are. It's normal to lose your temper once in a while. You weren't directing your anger at her or anyone else. You were in a stressful situation and had an outburst. Your outburst put no one in danger, and you immediately regretted it and felt remorse for how it made your girlfriend feel. I would say that's all normal and a healthy reaction. Outburst. You had a reasonable anger reaction at an objectively shitty event, and it wasn't directed at her. You said a couple of words and threw a mop at the floor. Big fucking deal. If this is how little it takes to make her feel unsafe, she's the one being ridiculous here. Are you upset that you lost your temper, or that you lost your temper in front of her? If it's the former, then you'll be fine. Every single human being alive does it from time to time. If it's the latter and it's fairly common for you, but not in front of her, then I'd suggest therapy and/or anger management. I had an ex who had a violent temper. He didn't hit me, but he hit walls, threw things, broke things, etc. It made me quite gun-shy about tempers. The first time my new partner lost his temper, it scared the crap out of me, because I was afraid I was ending up back in abuse all over again. He sincerely apologized. That's step 1. It helped, but didn't remove the fear. What did was step 2. He never did it again. It's going to take time, and you can't do that again. I, 26 female, spend Christmas alone because my BFS, 28 male, family doesn't like me. I need advice. So 6 months ago my boyfriend and I moved in together to our apartment. After a very long day of moving, my BFS mom decided to come over. It was around 8 or 9 p.m. And because I was so tired I didn't greet her right away or give her a hug and say hi. She got really upset about it and left the apartment and complained to my boyfriend about me. Since then she has refused to see me or talk to me about it, even when I've offered to apologize. Come this Christmas, I am all alone. My family went out of country to visit the grandparents, and for logistical reasons, I just couldn't go with them. My friends who I also have sometimes spent Christmas with also went out of town, so I couldn't be with them. So I spent Christmas alone, at least I had my dog. And I was kind of sad and upset, especially since he made no effort to check in on me. When I brought it up to him today, he said I was trying to ruin his holidays, and this was my fault because of what I did when we moved in, and it kind of upset me even more. I'm pretty upset and not sure what to do or how to even move forward with this situation. I could really use some advice, please. So he just left you alone on Christmas with a dog and no check-in because you didn't hug his mom fast enough 6 months ago? You need to move out and move on. He's not helping the relationship with you and his mother. If it were me, I'm a girl, and I was in his shoes, I would ask my mom/dad to try to hear my boyfriend out. I would have long discussions and try to explain how tired he was after moving. That it wasn't them, it was just exhaustion. Also, why did she come that late in the day after you moved? If she was helping, that's one thing. But if she had manners, she wouldn't show up unannounced and past 8 p.m. There's a whole book I read on manners when I was a child that I still live by. Social etiquette, even if she was just visiting her son and his partner. This was my fault. Spoiler alert, everything and anything will always be your fault to him. If you're okay with that, then just ignore me. Best of luck and Merry Christmas. When people show you who they are, babe, run. He's selfish for saying you ruined his holidays. 28, letting his mom bully and exclude you? Do you really want to be part of this family? Mom is likely always going to be this critical and vindictive. Your New Year's resolution should be to move out and move on. You've been together for 6 years and leaves you alone on Christmas Day? Triangular flag, triangular flag, triangular flag, triangular flag, triangular flag, triangular flag. He doesn't respect you and highly doubt he loves you. Get your finances in order. Find a new place to move to. Thank goodness you're not married and do not have kids together.